To be a journalist in Albania, between public duty and political crossfire. Tirana. To practice journalism in Albania today is to operate in an environment where professional scrutiny is increasingly interpreted as political alignment, and where the act of independent reporting often places journalists at the center of organized public backlash. In principle, the role of the journalist is clearly defined: to inform the public, to interrogate power, and to provide fact-based analysis in service of democratic accountability. In practice, however, Albania's polarized political climate has reshaped that mandate into something far more precarious. Any critical paragraph published on social media, any investigative segment aired on television, or any analytical column in print is frequently filtered through a binary political lens. If it criticizes one side, it is presumed to serve the other. This reflex has produced an ecosystem where journalists are less evaluated on the accuracy of their reporting than on the perceived loyalties assigned to them by partisan audiences. Digital platforms have intensified this dynamic. Coordinated waves of online commentators, ranging from party militants to institutional patronage networks and politically aligned activists, mobilize rapidly in response to unfavorable coverage. Argument is often replaced by denunciation, factual rebuttal by personal attack. The result is a degradation of public discourse. Independent journalism, by its nature, is not designed to function as political advocacy. It is a structural counterweight to power, irrespective of which party holds office. Its ethical framework is grounded in verification, proportionality, and public interest, not ideological allegiance. Yet this distinction is persistently blurred. Albania's post-transition political culture has cultivated a model of leadership that often equates criticism with hostility. Within this paradigm, journalists who refuse to choose sides are recast as adversaries. The expectation, implicit or explicit, is alignment, not oversight. This tension reflects a deeper institutional misunderstanding of democratic function. Political office, in democratic theory, constitutes delegated service, authority temporarily entrusted by the electorate and conditioned on transparency and accountability. Journalism exists to monitor that contract. When that monitoring is delegitimized, the accountability mechanism weakens. And when accountability weakens, governance risks drifting toward opacity. The pressures confronting Albanian journalists are therefore not solely professional hazards. They are structural indicators of democratic strain. Persistent verbal attacks, reputational smears, and orchestrated intimidation campaigns create a chilling effect that extends beyond individual reporters to the broader information environment. Self-censorship becomes a survival strategy. Public trust erodes. Propaganda fills the vacuum left by constrained inquiry. In such a climate, the cost of independent reporting rises, but so does its necessity. Because without adversarial journalism, corruption investigations stall, institutional failures remain obscured, and citizens are deprived of the verified information required to make electoral and civic decisions. Albania's democratic consolidation remains incomplete. Media freedom, not only in law but in lived practice, is central to its maturation. For journalism to function as intended, criticism must be normalized rather than criminalized in public rhetoric. Political actors must tolerate scrutiny as a condition of office, not treat it as provocation. And audiences must learn to distinguish between reporting that challenges their preferences and reporting that violates professional standards. Until then, the Albanian journalist will continue to work at the intersection of duty and exposure, tasked with illuminating power while standing, often alone, in its line of fire. The stakes extend beyond the profession itself. When journalists are reduced to targets, society forfeits one of its primary instruments of self-correction. And when that instrument weakens, democracy does not collapse overnight. It simply begins quietly to lose its sight.